Hello, greetings from Florida. It's Saturday, March 7th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 87 degrees, and this video is for the 2026 Orlando Vision Walk, although I'm not going to talk much about the walk. Here with us today, videographer Lori, next door neighbor, the superstar of the neighborhood, who just got her first hole-in-one a couple, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Woo!
So how long have you been golfing, Lori?
3 years.
3 years, okay. And some of us have been doing it for 50 years and have yet to get a hole-in-one.
That's right. I'm giving hope to all amateur golf learners.
You are, and that's
That's
all
right.
of us. So good job.
Thank you.
Congrats.
And Michelle,
John,
how are you?
I'm good.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to join me.
You're welcome.
And Michelle and I are engaged to be married
Yes.
21 days from today. Are you sure you're still up for it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
So far. Yes.
That
Of
was
course.
not super
Of course.
enthusiastic. All right, and Kai, is Kai here?
He's behind me.
Kai's taking a little
so
snooze.
Kai
He's
might
good.
be
Yeah,
stepping in
he's
every
good.
now and then. All right.
Hi, Kai.
So
Okay.
I want to start with just a little bit about the vision in that this year, 2026, I've got my fingers tightly crossed. There's a company that had some major success in a clinical trial for retinitis pigmentosa that has applied to the FDA for market approval of the therapy. And that therapy, if approved, I would likely be a candidate for it. Doesn't mean it would work for me, but it's really my best hope that's come along in a long time and probably will be the best hope for many years to come. So I'll report out on that later in the year if there's any news to report. But I wanted to explain to you how that therapy will work. But first, briefly about vision. How do we see? So I'll give you some numbers. About 80% of what we as human beings perceive comes through our eyes. The rest of it's through our other senses. And with your eyes are really, it's not the organ that you see with. Your brain is what you see with. The eye is what collects all the data for the brain. So when you open your eyes, what you're looking at, the light reflects off of that back into your eyes. And the very first thing it goes through is the cornea. It's kind of a covering on the outer part of the lens. And that focuses about 70% of the light that's coming in back to the back of the eye. And corneas can go bad, but thankfully they can also be repaired and transplanted. That's been successful for decades, so that's a good thing. Then after that light comes through the cornea, it goes through the pupil, which is the part that expands and contracts depending upon the amount of light that comes in. And the iris that you may have heard about is the musculature around the pupil that causes it to contract and expand. Then once that light goes through the pupil, it goes back through the vitreous, the white part of the eye, to the retina, through the lens, actually the lens first, and the lens focuses the other remaining 30% of the light coming in back to the retina. And the retina is this tiny little 5 millimeter long tissue with like millions and millions of layers of wet toilet paper stacked on top of each other. That's where it all happens, in the back of the eye. And I think I read somewhere that for its size, the retina processes more oxygen in our body than any other organ, believe it or not. So all of this light that's come through the front part is now focused mostly on the center of the retina, which is the macula. And the macula can go bad. It can degenerate. You've heard of macular degeneration. So when that happens to people, primarily as we age, the central part of the retina goes bad. So that's why you'll see people with macular degeneration sometimes looking like this out of their peripheral vision because their central vision has deteriorated. What else is in the retina are a bunch of nerves. The photoreceptors, the rods and the cones, that's where it really mostly happens in the retina. Photoreceptors, photo means light, receptors means to receive. So the photoreceptors receive the light through the rods and the cones. And with the eye disease that I have and many other inherited retinal diseases, those photoreceptors die over time. Mine has been a lifetime basically. So I was diagnosed at about age 5 and I'm 66 years old right now. And I have just light perception. I can't see superstar Lori or fiance Michelle Why they'd ever put up with me, I have no idea. But so that's where it all happens. And then once all the light gets collected in the photoreceptors, it goes through the optic nerve, which is over 1 million, basically fiber optic cables, if you will, that go back to the back of the brain, the cortex, and that's where your brain processes all of that light imagery into vision as we know it. And if any of those steps go bad, there can be a problem with your vision. So for me, it's the photoreceptors. So this potential therapy takes around the photoreceptors that have died, remember, but there's a lot of other supportive cells in the retina that tend to stay healthy and viable. I don't know for sure if mine are, but I'm going on that assumption. So this process called optogenetics takes all of this light and focuses it on the non-photoreceptor cells, and kind of an algae that they inject in there tricks those non-photoreceptor cells into becoming light receptive and then completing the process of vision. It's an amazing thing. As I said, there's been some success in clinical trials with some people. So it is really designed for people that have severe advanced vision loss like me. So if it gets approved this year, it'll be the first ever FDA approved treatment for retinitis pigmentosa anywhere in the world. So keep your fingers
Exciting.
crossed. Yes,
Yay.
exciting.
Yes.
And it's also the type of thing that's made possible through your support of the foundation over the years. This is year 20, year 21. So thank you so much for doing that. So enough about vision as far as restoring it. So I've talked for years about all of the research that's being done, but that takes years and decades and sometimes longer than any of us have. But in the meantime, we have to live. So I've shared with you over the years how I've done that with a cane that I walk with, a text-to-speech software on my computer and my iPhone, and many other devices over the years that have helped me along the way. One that I want to share with you today, which many of you may have heard about already, are Meta glasses, M-E-T-A. I think that's the Facebook company now. I just got these glasses about 3 years ago. I'm sorry. 3 weeks ago. They've only been out for a couple of years in this form. Good one, John. And they're in this case charges the glasses, just like AirPods in an Apple earbuds are charged in a case. So these glasses, think of them as smart glasses, like a smartphone. They are made by Ray-Ban. Oakley also makes them, and I'm told that they look kind of just like regular sunglasses. So when I open them up, they are making, you cannot hear it, a connection, a Bluetooth connection to my iPhone that's in my pocket. And they do have to be close to your smartphone for the Bluetooth connection. So now they are connected and essentially talking to my iPhone. And right here, there's a camera. Over here, there's an LED light that when the camera is on, it will light up to tell somebody on the outside that they're being looked at by a camera. And I'm still learning what these glasses can do for me, but the short story is that just about anything that I can do on my iPhone, I can do through these glasses hands-free. And that's a big deal to me. So, for example, I can ask, I'll give the command, I won't do it because she'll respond, but instead of hey Siri, it's hey Meta. Are the Illini playing tonight? And she'll give me an answer. What did the stock market do today? She'll give me any answer like that, and it's all in artificial intelligence. So I can actually carry on a conversation with her if I respond before she times out. So let's say that, I'll tell you about this other part. So I can ask the glasses to whatever I'm looking at to tell me what I'm going to say she, that's Meta, is looking at. And then it'll instantly take a picture, and then she'll start to describe in great detail what she sees in that picture. So if I went like this and I said, hey, what am I looking at? Click, picture taken. Then I can look over wherever. Now she's just describing the picture. And what she's telling to me is, it looks like Pamela Anderson's sitting right next. Oh, well, it says you're sitting on a, she would say things like, you're sitting in an outdoor area, looks like a screened-in lanai. There's and it's got a pretty wide angle, so anything that she sees in the angle of the lens is described. And then if I ask her a question quickly enough before she times out, I can get a little deeper into the detail. So what color hair does the person have sitting next to me? Or do you see a dog in the picture? And she'll respond, and this can go on and on and on. So some of the things that I've done so far, some examples. Go to a restaurant. I haven't been able to read a restaurant for, read a menu at a restaurant for 15 years. I can look at it, say, hey, what am I looking at? Pictures taken, and she'll start to describe, not top to bottom, just in general terms. It's a menu at the restaurant. She'll name the restaurant, the types of entrees, appetizers, and then I can ask more detailed questions. Well, tell me more about the sandwiches. Do they have open-faced sandwiches? Or what types of burgers do they have? What are the entrees that they have? She'll answer all those questions. If I ask her what the price range is, she'll tell me that. And I also haven't picked up a bill at a restaurant for as long that period of time. Doesn't mean I haven't paid for it, right?
Yes,
I just haven't physically picked it up. So we did this the other
That's
day, and I asked Michelle to hand me the bill at this restaurant, and it was one of those cash register types, so long and skinny, not a lot to look at. Takes a picture, says you're at City Fire Bar and Grill, it's your bill, and she described in detail what we had to eat and drink. She gave the total price, and then I asked her, is the gratuity included in the total? And she said, no, it's not, because she saw a sentence at the bottom that said the gratuity is not included. I asked her how much the tax was. She gave me the exact number. So that was pretty exciting for me. And we're playing golf, as I think you know if you've watched any of the other videos. And I like to check the tire pressure in the golf cart before we go out, and that has meant that I can do everything. I can hook it up, I can pump it up, but what I can't do is see the gauge to tell me how much pressure is there. So Michelle has always had to come out and read that. So it's been a team effort just to pump up tires, believe it or not. So now I can do that all by myself, and I can ring up a volunteer through this special app that's been around for about 10 years where I can call a volunteer anywhere in the world, and when they answer, they will see in real time through the camera on my glasses, and I've done this several times. So I ask them, I tell them I need about 5 minutes of your time to help me pump up the tires, and I will put it on there. I'll look at the gauge, they'll tell me what the pressure is, and I know how much to pump it up to get it there. So that's been very helpful. Walk me to the mailbox. We don't get mail delivered here at the house. There's a kiosk a couple blocks away. Walk to that. I can do that with the aid of one of those volunteers. What else?
Gosh, there's so many things to bring his independence back. He's mentioned a lot, and he just got them. So we're finding new things every day that they can help him with. So we're so excited about it, and I think it'll keep getting better and better.
I hope so. And just hearing myself say this, oh boy, I can pump up the tires by myself, or I can read a menu, even though I still ask her a lot. And that doesn't sound very exciting, and I guess in the big picture of life it isn't. But for me, any regaining of independence, it makes a huge difference in my quality of life, my mental outlook sometimes, taking the pressure off of Michelle on certain things. I mean, I went out to start the pressure washer a week or so ago because it needs to be run every few months, and I pulled my arm out. I couldn't get started, but I wasn't sure if I had the on-off switch in the right position. So I was about ready to walk inside to get Michelle to help and read it to me, and I remembered I had the glasses and I can call a volunteer, and I did that. Got a volunteer, told him what I was doing, looked right at the on-off switch and told me it was in the right position, so I just pulled a little bit more and it started. Again, a very little thing, but very helpful. And I can also listen, anything that I could listen to on my iPhone, like an Audible book, if I'm checking the weather, whatever it is, it will be played to me through these glasses. There's little speakers right here in each stem, and they're very good. And the quality of the camera, I'm told, is very good. So this is really exciting thing, buddy. How
You
are you?
got the transition ones.
Oh, and
so
you can
they're
also-
not
yeah, you can
really
put a-
dark right now.
Right, you can put a prescription in these lenses. You can get just clear lenses or transition lenses, and I got the transition because I still have some light perception, and I want as much light to come in as possible. And what else? They're about $500, so it's not nothing, but it's not a huge investment. And I've met a lot of people who know about these glasses and actually own the glasses that have no vision issues at all. They wear them when they're working out or walking or doing chores around the house, listening to an audiobook, because you can do it all hands-free. So that's a really cool thing, and that's been exciting for us recently.
Yeah.
And what else? I know I'm at my limit.
Probably, John.
I'm always at my
He
limit.
has trouble with the 10-minute limit.
Yeah.
Maybe at the wedding you can tell Meta,
Yeah.
describe my bride in full detail.
There you go.
That's right. That could happen.
You never know.
So anyway, I just wanted to share these things with you and thank all of you watching this who have supported me and us in the walk over the last 20 years. It really has made a huge difference. So many comments that come from you continue to motivate and inspire me, particularly on days that they're kind of tough for me to get there. So thank you so much for doing that, and fingers crossed that this
Thank
therapy will
you.
come
Yay.
through.
Yes, we are praying.
All right.
Absolutely.
And thank you, Lori. You're the best.
Thanks, Lori.
Best golfer I know.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right, bye-bye, guys. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.